Have you ever imagined that deep in the ocean there exists a creature that does not simply age in the normal way like all other living beings? A creature that, instead of growing old and dying naturally, can actually reverse its life cycle and become young again. A tiny jellyfish that scientists describe as one of the closest living examples of biological immortality. If you enjoy fascinating, science-based, and mind-blowing documentary-style stories, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with your friends so we can continue bringing you more incredible content from the hidden world of nature. This extraordinary creature is known as the immortal jellyfish, scientifically called Torotopsis dohrnii. It is considered one of the most mysterious marine organisms on Earth because it challenges the normal rules of life, aging, and death. In the natural world, every living organism follows a fixed biological cycle: birth, growth, maturity, aging, and eventually death. However, the immortal jellyfish appears to break this fundamental rule of biology. When it reaches the end of its life cycle, or when it experiences stress, injury, or environmental pressure, it does something that sounds almost impossible. It reverses its biological development and returns to its earliest life stage. This process is known in science as transdifferentiation. During this process, the jellyfish transforms its adult cells into completely different types of cells, effectively reprogramming its body structure. In simple terms, it turns back into a juvenile form known as a polyp. This is almost like a human growing old and then suddenly becoming a child again, restarting life from the beginning. The life cycle of the immortal jellyfish is completely different from most other jellyfish species. Ordinary jellyfish usually live for a few months to a few years depending on environmental conditions, predators, and food availability. But this unique species has the ability to reset its life cycle repeatedly. Under the right conditions, it can theoretically repeat this process many times, allowing it to avoid natural death caused by aging. However, it is important to understand that it is not truly invincible. It can still die due to predators, diseases, or environmental destruction. Its immortality is biological, not absolute. The immortal jellyfish is extremely small in size, often only a few millimeters in diameter. It is almost transparent, making it very difficult to spot in open water. Because of its tiny size and invisible appearance, it can easily go unnoticed in the ocean environment. Its body structure is very simple compared to most marine animals. It does not have a brain, a heart, or a complex nervous system. Despite this simplicity, it has developed one of the most advanced survival mechanisms known in biology. This jellyfish is mainly found in warm and temperate ocean waters, especially in regions such as the Mediterranean Sea and parts of Japan. These environments provide suitable conditions for its life cycle and reproduction. The diet of the immortal jellyfish consists mainly of microscopic plankton and other tiny marine organisms. It uses its tentacles to capture food particles and absorbs nutrients through a simple digestive process. One of the most fascinating aspects of this jellyfish is its ability to regenerate and reverse aging. When it faces stress such as lack of food, physical damage, or unfavorable conditions, it activates a cellular transformation process. During this process, its cells essentially reprogram themselves. Adult cells transform into younger cell types, allowing the organism to restart its life cycle from the polyp stage. This ability is extremely rare in the animal kingdom and is one of the main reasons scientists study this species so intensely. Researchers believe that understanding this process could provide major insights into aging, cell regeneration, and possibly even future medical advancements for humans. The life cycle of the immortal jellyfish generally consists of two main stages. The first stage is the polyp stage, which is the early developmental form. The second stage is the medusa stage, which is the adult jellyfish form. Under normal conditions, a jellyfish moves from polyp to medusa and eventually dies after reproduction. However, the immortal jellyfish can reverse this cycle and return from medusa back to polyp, effectively restarting its biological life. This cycle can, in theory, continue indefinitely if the organism is not killed by external factors. Scientists have observed this process in laboratory conditions as well. When subjected to stress, some jellyfish specimens repeatedly reverted back to their juvenile form, proving that this biological reset is not just theoretical, but real. Because of this ability, the immortal jellyfish is often described as biologically immortal. However, this term does not mean it cannot die at all. It simply means that it does not die due to aging in the traditional sense. In humans and most animals, aging occurs due to gradual cell damage, DNA deterioration, and loss of regenerative ability. But in the immortal jellyfish, cells appear to retain the ability to reset their biological state. This has made it one of the most important subjects in modern biological research, especially in fields like regenerative medicine and anti-aging science. Researchers are particularly interested in how this jellyfish controls its cellular transformation. If scientists can understand the genetic and molecular mechanisms behind this process, it could potentially lead to breakthroughs in treating aging-related diseases in humans. The immortal jellyfish has a very simple yet fascinating body design. It lacks complex organs, yet it performs one of the most advanced biological processes known to science. This contradiction is what makes it so mysterious and scientifically valuable. Another important point is that although it is called immortal, it still faces many natural threats. It can be eaten by predators, destroyed by environmental changes, or killed by pollution in the ocean. So its survival depends heavily on external conditions. In many ways, it represents a balance between vulnerability and extraordinary biological ability. The discovery of this jellyfish has changed the way scientists think about life cycles and aging. It challenges the traditional idea that aging is always irreversible. Instead, it suggests that under certain biological conditions, life may be capable of resetting itself. Imagine a world where aging is not a one-way process, where cells could potentially return to earlier stages of development. The immortal jellyfish gives scientists a small but powerful clue that such mechanisms may exist in nature. Today, this tiny organism continues to be studied in laboratories around the world. Its simple structure and extraordinary abilities make it a key model for understanding biological regeneration. Despite its size and simplicity, it holds one of the biggest secrets in the natural world: the possibility of reversing life itself. And perhaps that is why the immortal jellyfish is considered one of the most astonishing creatures ever discovered in the oceans. If you enjoyed exploring the mysterious world of the immortal jellyfish, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share this documentary with your friends. Because the more we understand nature, the more we realize how extraordinary life on Earth truly is.